After Monday's arbitration talks hosted by acting Registrar of Political Parties, Lucy Ndungu, failed to resolve the stalemate in the Jubilee Alliance, the same team is again expected to head at the anniversary towers where the offices of the Registrar of Political Parties are located tomorrow afternoon for more consultations on how to bring to an end the row between UDF against TNA and URP. However, according to TNA chairman Johnston Sakaja, who informed Citizen TV that he will be skipping the sermons, UDF's demands cannot be accepted by the other member parties in the Jubilee Alliance. Sakaja claims that after the breach of the agreement between Mudavadi and Kenyatta, UDF was now demanding that it be allocated the position of majority leader as well as 33% of government should Jubilee win the election.
If they want to exit as a party, then actually that agreement, which already is null and void because it has not been ratified by the governing councils of all the parties, ceases to be a factor. We just resort to a default agreement between TN and URP, the Jubilee Agreement, which was signed on the 3rd of December 2012.
However, the United Democratic Forum Party has since dismissed the claims, insisting that all that the party wanted was to have the deal earlier agreed upon between the parties, that Kenyatta steps down in favor of Mudavadi as the coalition's presidential candidate be honored, adding that UDF was not ready to settle for any other position in government.
When we went into the agreement, we went in a legal manner. The agreement is deposited with the Registrar of Political Parties. It is a legal instrument. It is a document now that belongs to the public of this republic. It is not something that it's an MOU whereby you can go into it and get out of it at the time you want.
At yesterday's meeting, UDF placed two demands on the table: that before it disengages from the coalition, the two other partners must drop the name Jubilee Alliance and also issue a public apology. But on the TNA and URP's part, the name Jubilee was adopted even before Mudavadi's UDF joined the alliance and could therefore not be dropped.
But at the moment, we are going alone, and on 4th, that is Friday, coming January, and then 4th of January, we are going to have our National Delegates Conference at Bomas to nominate our presidential candidate. We are not going back to Jubilee Alliance.
After the leaders of those parties agreed by mutual consent to terminate the agreement, that we continue our campaigns as Jubilee Coalition, and we part ways in an amicable way, because in the future, we never know, we might need to work together.
Industrialization Assistant Minister Nderitu Mureithi has indicated that the UDF party is not ready to relent on its pursuit to get its share of the agreement the party entered into with URP and TNA on December 4th last year. Speaking in Nyeri, the Assistant Minister noted that the name Jubilee was a creation of UDF, and therefore TNA and URP did not reserve the right to use it.
Wenzetu wana shida ya kutekeleza mikataba ambayo ni ya coalition, basi watasema, na ikiwa wangependa hao wenyewe kujiondoa, basi sisi tutakubali, manake kila mtu ako na haki zake.
Meanwhile, UDF's presidential aspirant, Deputy Prime Minister Musalia Mudavadi, and his counterpart, New Ford Kenya party leader, Eugene Wamalwa, are tomorrow expected to officially announce their plans to work together ahead of the much-awaited polls. Both leaders are expected to hold a media briefing in Nairobi and announce when they'll be launching their new political outfit. This comes only days after 3 political parties out of the 4 that formed the Pambazuka Alliance pulled out of the alliance. However, Wamalwa is still trying to convince presidential aspirants in the Eagle Alliance, Peter Kenneth and Raphael Tuju, to join them and form a formidable team.
Wale watatu Wetangula, Wakoli na Jirongo wameenda kule kwenye kodi. Lakini sasa sisi wawili tumesema kesho Mudavadi na Wamalwa tutakutana kule Nairobi. Tuataka tukae pamoja, tuweke timu zetu pamoja.
One of the presidential aspirants in the Eagle Alliance, Party of Actions, Raphael Tuju, has asked Kenyans not to concentrate too much on the cases of crimes against humanity that face Kenyatta and Ruto at the ICC, but on how they are likely to transform the country.
We have to look at this thing from its roots. If we still continue with that ethnicized politics, then 2007, 2008 could be child's play. We could still have all kinds of violence, but the leadership will nicely keep their distance from it so that you'll not be able to trace it back to them. And it is very dangerous for the country.
Tuju asked Kenyans to maintain peace even after the electioneering period and after the release of the presidential results. Chris Dairu, Citizen, Live at 9.